So anytime we talk about something that appears on the periodic table, any atom, it's always valuable and helpful to think about your subatomic particles. And if we take something like lithium, for instance, Li, there's an isotope of lithium that has an atomic mass of 7, and it has an atomic number of 3. So what that means is that it's got 3 protons and 4 neutrons, giving us our mass number of 7. Now, lithium, if we change the number of protons, then in effect, we're changing the atomic number, and we're not talking about lithium. So you can never, for our purposes, never change number of protons. Because if you do, you're changing the atom or the element that you're talking about. However, we can change the number of neutrons, or the number of neutrons can change. That's the exact basis for what an isotope is. So you could have an isotope of lithium that looks like this. You could also have an isotope of lithium that looks like this. If it has a mass number of 6, what that means is it's got 3 protons and 3 neutrons. So number of neutrons can change. Now, excuse me. So we can change the number of neutrons, and that makes these are different isotopes. The other subatomic particle that, well, any and every element has, lithium, as an example, well, it's got electrons. And I've already mentioned that if something is in its elemental form, then it has the exact same number of electrons as it has neutrons. Well, what if it didn't? So lithium, with a charge indicated in the upper right-hand corner of that symbol, or when you use this notation, you would indicate there. What if it was Li 3,7 minus? What does that mean? That means that you have 3 protons, each one of those with a positive charge, and you got 2 electrons. You have plus, 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 and minus, minus. When I'm in this situation, what I like to do is basically scribble them out and cancel it out. 2 positives are negated by one of those negatives. Therefore, you have an imbalance. You have something that has an overall charge. When the number of protons does not equal number of electrons, you're talking about what's known as an ion. Now, there are different types of ions. Here, we're kind of just focusing on what are called monatomic ions. So it's a single atom, so lithium -1, or lithium +1, +2, and so on. So basically, the way that this boils down is, if you change the number of neutrons, you're talking about an isotope. If you change the number of electrons, you're talking about an ion. Well, I hope that was helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.